Hello friends, this is Donna Reiners, and I just have something really heavy inside me that is a good word. If you're waiting to find the perfect church so that you can get the perfect theology, so that you can learn how to love people, then honey, you're going to be looking for a long, long time, because there is not a perfect church with a perfect theology. But you can love people. You cannot just go to a church building, but you can stop and you can love somebody. You know, for years, I was so hungry and thirsty for God, but what it did was it ran me into a place where I just remained in the church, and I stayed in the church, and I looked for a place to serve in the church because I needed to feel significant in the church, because religion made me think that that was the only place to be loving people. But that's not the gospel. That's not the good news. The good news is love where you are, love who you're with, and love those around you. It's called community. I release some strength into you today. If you do not feel like you are serving the way you need to, go love your neighbor. If the only people you know are the ones you go to church with, but you know somebody down the road from you right now without power, but you're fighting to get to church, I don't know, are you religious or are you relational? That doesn't mean it's your calling. Listen, I drove by somebody today that was on the side of the road looking for a handout. Sometimes I'll stop and I'll deal with that handout. But you know what? I'm on an assignment right now. I'm on my way to deal with something very specific right now. I'm on my way to help somebody with a crisis right this minute. So to stop for that crisis would mean I don't deal with this other crisis. There was a time when I was in Indonesia, Yes, it was Rameswaram many years ago. And in that spot, there was a lady with us who we're walking down the road, and she literally saw this person with maggots and grossness pouring out of them. She stopped and she literally took this man in her arms and hugged the crap out of him. I'm like, what? But that's her calling. That's her calling. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, if you don't feel like you know how to love people, yes, you do. That's a lie. Yes, you do. There is a girl down the road, I'm sure, that has kids that would love for you to come in for 2 hours once a week and clean her kitchen. There's an old person down the road that just needs you to hold their hand and listen to them talk about the same story over and over and over and over again. Those two people are very significant to God. That's leading your city. If you're only concerned about leading your church, then you've missed the good news. The good news is to lead your city, and you lead a city one person at a time. And if you're in a place where you don't like the message, maybe your city is very religious, and so you don't feel the love there, then be the love there. Find somebody to love. Don't leave it looking for somebody else to love. Don't leave it looking for another place to feed you and to make you feel like you know the good news and get all the teaching you want so that you can go be the good news. You're already the good news, my friend. You are the good news. You're the good news. Love where you are. Love yourself and love your neighbor. And in that place, you will be loving your city. I'm in Texas right now, and there's a lot of fish frying right now, guys. We still have some people who have no power. We have some people who have, I believe most electricity has been restored. But I'm on my way right now to help somebody who has a situation with ceilings falling in and things of that nature, because now the leak is seen. And so, did I want to go to church today? Possibly. But it's more important to be the church than it is just to go to church. I love you and I bless you. And I just leave you with this. You're already a leader. You don't have to go to theology school to be a leader. You don't have to go to seminary school to be a leader. You don't have to go to anybody's school to be qualified to lead, because loving is leading. You don't have to give anybody a message. You don't have to teach anybody any scripture. You don't have to say, well, I'm going out on Matthew 10. Heck no. Just go love somebody today. Be the church today. If you don't have a church to go be the church. If you don't like your church, go be the church. If you still want to go to church, and then after that, take somebody to lunch. Be loved today, and you will feel fulfilled. You will. I bless you. Bye. Until soon. Donna, bye.